Chapter 2, YouScience. As a child, I actively pursued a life devoid of science. My problem with science was that school made it seem like it was only for smart people, and I didn't see it anywhere on the road to sugar cookies or Legos, so why bother? My teachers never explained how science would help me. Fortunately, as my wife likes to shout when she hits the snooze button every morning, "It's not too late! I'll do it later!" applies to more than just waking up. I might have snoozed my way through public education, but it's never too late to wake up, jump out of bed, and learn science. YouScience is a discipline of experimental design. It teaches us how to choose limited variables to test while keeping a careful log of results. It asks the subject to perform a controlled variable experiment for long enough to establish or identify a trend, or to see there is no trend or correlation between the variables. In the process, one attains motivational wisdom. My wife likes to mock my science of human tendencies, but it's really a savvy science that will keep you out of the boredom zone. Boredom zone? I'm glad you asked. If you're anything like me, when you're bored, your mind begs you to do whatever it takes to get the hell out of a boring situation. If you're even more like me, that nagging voice soon becomes worse than the boredom itself, to the point where I now have two enemies, boredom and the agitation of the awareness of boredom. When something is boring, you can often leave that situation. But when someone is boring, it's social suicide to stand up and yell, "Shut up! You're boring the hell out of me!" This is the social trap I call the boredom zone. After years of suffering in this dilemma, I took it upon myself to use YouScience to solve it. My goal? To learn how to survive the boredom zone. My plan? To turn boredom into a game with points and high scores. I'm not making this up. Thanks to YouScience, I bested boredom and developed patience points and other boredom zone games, each with specific maneuvers and targets to hit. It later led me to develop my license plate registry, which tells me which cars to line up behind at stoplights so I don't end up waiting behind distracted drivers when the light turns green. YouScience is the best path out of the chaotic cycle of your brain's incessant demands. It lets you weed out the mental behaviors that bother you so you can experience the compound interest and dividends of a life devoid of self-judgment and the sense of defeat.